Question number 9. So question number 9 wants us to write the equation of a perpendicular line. So what is the equation of the line that is perpendicular to this equation right here that travels to the point 6, -2, where 6 represents the x and the -2 would be your y. Alright? So first things first, I need to make sure that our equation is in the form y equal mx plus b. Alright? But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to show you a shortcut that you guys can take to get this question really fast. Alright? So what you're going to do, guys, is that you're going to look at your equation right here. Okay? And you're going to look at the number in front of the x. So technically we don't see a number, but we can assume that in front of that x is a 1. Okay? So to find your slope, this is what you're going to do, guys. Okay? You're going to do the opposite of the sign of the number in front of your x. Okay? So the opposite of a positive 1 would be a -1. Alright? Then you're going to divide it by the number in front of the y. So the number in front of the y is a -3. So I'm going to divide it by a -3. Okay? So a negative divided by a negative would give you a positive 1/3. Alright? So the slope for this equation right here would be y equal 1/3x. And then again, we would write the plus b. Okay? So again, guys, that's a fast way that you can get it into slope-intercept form. Okay? So now we're going to do perpendicular. Alright? So again, now we're going to do perpendicular. Alright? And the word perpendicular means different slope. So again, the word perpendicular means different slope. Okay? So I'm going to change the slope and I'm going to make it different. To make it different, I'm going to change the sign. So first things first, I'm going to change the sign from a positive 1/3 to a negative. Alright? Now I'm going to flip the number. So instead of writing as 1/3, I'm going to write it as 3/1. Okay? And that will be my new slope. Okay? Or my different slope. So now I'm going to plug in my numbers for x and y. So instead of writing y, I'm going to write -2 equal -3/1. Instead of x, I'm going to write 6. And because this is a fraction right here, I'm going to write this as 6/1. Then I rewrite the plus b. Okay? So the -2, I'll bring it down. -3 multiplied by 6 is -18. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. -18 divided by 1 is -18. Okay? And then the b, you bring it down. So now I'm going to move the -18 to the other side by doing what, guys? By adding 18. So I would add 18, add 18. So the 18 cancels out right over here. So -2 plus 18 is positive 16 is what your b is. Alright? So now I'm going to replace this positive 16 for my b right here. So my answer is going to be y equal -3/1 x. So the x goes beside of it. And then what type of 16 is that? A positive 16. Alright? So again, guys, just like that. Okay? And if you had done it the other way, it would have worked out the exact same way. So again, if I had done it the other way, the way I just did it before, so we have 1x minus 3y equal -1. We would have gotten the same result because we would have subtracted 1x, canceled. So now we would have, so you don't have to write what I'm doing right here, just doing an extra explanation. So now we have -3y equal, can I subtract 1x from -1? No, because they're not like terms. So I will leave it as -1x. And then what type of 1 is that? A -1. So now I get rid of the multiplying by dividing. And then I would get that same slope. So a negative divided by negative gives me a positive 1/3x. And we don't divide this, we leave it as the letter b. Alright? So again, guys, we got that same thing right here. And then all you got to do now is different slope. So you change the sign and you flip the number. All right. So again, guys, if you had done it both ways would have worked.